As many of you know, for a long time I struggled with not getting up here when I was struggling. And because I wanted to come to you all and give you videos from a good place at all times, but what I've found in the last few months, 6 months, that the Lord really has been showing me is that when you're at a low or you're not doing well or you're, experiencing anything, that's when you remember that even when you were at your best and you were doing well, it was all like the Lord. So your low never negates the fact that God is still present. Like, God is through and through like the resource. So why am I depending on my own self? Why am I depending on what I've got and what I can bring to the table? And so him like transforming that wrong thought or incorrect way of going about it all has really been transformative for me when it comes to posting and sharing things. But with that being said, this last week I was really just like, I was feeling hurt in some areas by like the Lord, and it's just like a really vulnerable statement, but it's true. I was just like, God, I know that you have the ability to fix this thing or to change this thing, and I'm not seeing any change in it. Like, here we are another month, here we are another year of just asking you this question and not seeing anything. And that hurt was really setting in last week. And what's interesting is, years ago, it would have been more like, I don't know, like I'm struggling with my trust. The thing is I absolutely trust God. I know God loves me. I don't feel any anger towards him, but I think that as believers, sometimes we can feel hurt because we know that he has the ability to change the situation. So then you find yourself like, well, why hasn't the situation changed? Last night, while I was making dinner, my daughter came up to me and she was like, Mommy, I've been praying about something to God for years now. And it's like her hurt with the fact that her dad and I are not together. And she was like, I've been praying and I haven't seen, like, she's like, I don't feel better. And she was like, I'm just hurting and I feel hurt. And I'm like, that's exactly how I've been feeling. And what's amazing is how God can speak to you through your children, and he can take circumstances and say, hey, this is actually for you, and this is what I want you to do as you're giving the instruction to your child. So like I prayed. I was like, God, I don't know what to tell her. Like, I don't know how to help her right now. I need you to help me. And she goes, she just starts bawling, and she's like bawling in my chest. And I looked at her and I said, 5 years ago, when your dad and I separated, you used to cry every single night, like clockwork. I said, every move that you made, you thought of him. Everything that you did, you thought of the three of us together. And I was like, today, I said, I see you cry maybe once a month. I'll see you cry about it. I said, so what I want you to know is he has been healing you, but it's been a journey, but it's not where it was. You're not what your pain and your struggle with it is nothing like what it was. I said, what's interesting is it's hard for you to see that, but I can see that, and I can see the growth. And then I said, and this was the revelation the Lord was showing me. As soon as I got done saying that, I said, but God is a healer. That's his name. Like, he's so many wonderful things, but I know he heals, and I know that he redeems. And I said, because we know he's those things, I said, you could do one of two things. You can be hurt and stay away from him, or you can be hurt and keep coming to him. And it was like right there in that moment, the Lord was like, yes, Megan, you can feel hurt and keep coming to me, or you can feel hurt and move away from me. But it's better if you stay by me. And so, yeah, usually when I go through anything, I always show you guys on the other side when I'm on the other side of it. I'm not fully on the other side of it, but I felt it was necessary to share while I'm going through it, and wanted to let you guys know that there is not one believer that's perfect. There's not one believer that's always feeling 100% and doing well all the time. Like, that's just not true. We're all on a journey.